Hi, this is my positive niche construction presentation for my field experience focused learner. Um, my focused learner is named Jason. He is a fourth grader. His learning disability is specific learning disability. I don't know specifically what, but that's the area. And then some accommodations for Jason is that teacher or staff would write his response for him. Also, a small setting for instruction and testing, so he shouldn't. Mainly, when I go in there, he's not in the general education classroom. So, and my cooperating teacher told me that he does better in a self-contained classroom because he can't learn in a bigger classroom like that. And then also extended time and breaks on work and tests when needed. For services, he receives social work time for 30 minutes per week. But yeah, and then his goals. I stated some of the goals that was in the focus learner thing kind of focus. So in math, the goal is improvement in number identification. For reading, the goal is improvement in both letter recognition and basic phonemic awareness. For social emotional, the goal is to improve social awareness and self-management skills. Next, we have the strength awareness. Jason is a bright kid. He is a quick learner. I've seen that in the classroom myself. I don't know, once he learns something, he wants to right away. He knows he wants to participate and like answer questions quickly. So he also works good with one-on-one. So just teacher and him, and he does well with that. He is a friendly student who loves to talk. If you meet him, first time I met him, he was ready to tell me all the things about himself. So he loves to talk. He loves to talk to anybody, and he's very sociable. And he also knows where things are. Now, this might sound kind of weird or confusing, but whenever the cooperating teacher would be like, whenever he lost something in the classroom, Jason would know where it is, and he would be able to locate exactly where I don't know, he must have remembered that teacher left it or some book he would be looking for, and Jason would know right away where it was, which is pretty cool to learn about. Some positive role models that I found first, Jason is one. He likes to act, so I said Tom Cruise, who is an actress and was diagnosed with dyslexia. I think it said at the age of 7. He struggled with reading. So I don't know, like I think it's just encouraging for him to see someone like Tom Cruise who had a hard time in school and reading and like writing. And so he can tell that, oh, Tom Cruise didn't give up. Like he pursued something he found interest in and loves, and he's able to show his talent through that. Another actress is Orlando Bloom. He was diagnosed with dyslexia, which affected his reading and writing in school at an early age. He also would be a great role model for Jason because, well, I said like earlier, Jason loves to act and he loves to like. He also told me he likes to sing, and I just think it's cool, and I think he should keep pursuing that. Last one is Michael Faraday. It was it was possible that he was diagnosed with dyslexia, but yeah, and so which could have affected his reading and writing and memory in school. So something similar that Jason struggles with in school a lot. And he also discovered many laws of physics, and he was a chemist. So Jason likes to build stuff. I see in the classroom. They have this rotation. It's called blocks and puzzles, and whenever he gets to do that, he gets pretty creative and is able to bring things together. And I see how creative he can be, and just his ideas too in the classroom sometimes are very creative. And I just think that's pretty cool to learn and to know about Jason. Some assistive technology are visual aids to give Jason some visual representations of anything they may be learning in the classroom. I learned this especially is important as I taught the lessons in the classroom, because I don't know, he's just seemed to understand things more when I would be putting pictures that resonated with the words I was talking about during my lessons. And then it also helped that I put in videos because they all seem entertained, and it's a way to keep them, I don't know, just focused in a way. And then I said audiobooks because Jason reads at a lower level and may take him longer to read if they have an assigned book or whatever. So I think audiobooks would help him stay. And as we learned, he's very good at comprehension. So reading comprehension. So I think if he's listening, he can also attain the information and share that without having to try to read and understand. Next is enhanced human resources. I chose 3 special education teacher. This is his teacher in the classroom that I usually go to do my field experience. He provides accommodations / modifications, and also provides the student with an environment that is welcoming and supportive. So like the special education teacher knows him, and he knows what kind of environment is tailored to the student. So it's important that Jason is in an environment where he feels welcome and it's supportive of his needs. I also said social work. Jason does do 30 minutes of social work each week, so which is another support human resource that helps him throughout his schooling, and it just helps when he works on his behavior management and different things. So yeah. Then I also said peer mentor, which is, I think it's very important, and people don't really talk a lot about this because peers are a huge impact, make a huge impact in the students' lives. So it's important that the student has someone they can be able to relate to and learn and grow as they work with their peer. Next, we have the strength-based learning strategies. So one, we have breaking tasks into smaller steps, which is known as chunking and structured learning. Sorry. So when in the classroom, sometimes I would be teaching lessons, and sometimes the steps would be too much. So I would learn that I needed to break each step down into smaller and more simpler terms so that he understood everything better. It not only helped him but also helped the other students to do their best and understand things. So yeah. Next is personalized goal setting, which is incorporating self-interest for motivation to succeed. So it's not only just setting a goal for the student to be able to reach, but also knowing, being able to incorporate their interests, like whatever he likes to do, into the lesson or into the book they're reading or whatever. Then lastly, we have including visual aids into like slideshows, presentations when we're teaching a lesson. So that helps the students have a visual representation to help them understand what's going on and to stay engaged in the lesson. Some affirmative career slash future aspirations. I said actress. Like I said earlier, Jason likes to act. He likes to sing. So he's expressed that in many times we've had a conversation. So I think, yeah. And then engineer is next. I said because he likes to build and put things together. So I think he would be good at that and something he could grow in and pursue in the future. Next, I said architect as also because he likes to build and do things with his hands. He's very good with his hand-eye coordination, so building stuff and yeah. Next is environmental modifications. This includes extended time. So sometimes Jason needs extra time or more time than other people. So it's important that he does have that extra um, extended help time so that he's not feeling rushed and is able to get his stuff done. Next is visual aids and structured routines. This is important that he has some kind of like something written out on his desk to know what's next, kind of like a schedule. So when I go into my field experience, they usually have like a reading or a time for the reading rotation. They have all the times and then they're split up into different sections. So they would be like, oh, 12 to 12:15, they would be doing Lexia on their computer, or and so on. And so I think that helps them a lot to stay on topic. And like also, I something that I didn't write down is um, timers. This was a big thing in the classroom. They use timers to help the students know, oh, like my time's up at this place. I need to stop and move on to my next rotation, which is a big thing. Another thing is brain breaks or activities. Jason is not a kid who likes to sit around too long, and it's not very good for him to be sitting for too long. If I'm teaching like a 30-minute lesson and he's sitting for the whole 30 minutes, he's not going to be able to stay engaged that whole time. So I need to incorporate some kind of movement, so like activities, like games or, but those should be tailored to the lesson, um, making sure that Jason is attaining the information and staying engaged as well. So, yeah.